All right. Good afternoon, Saturday. How's everybody doing this fine Saturday afternoon? I'm Rick, and welcome to a whole lot of Zip Diecast channel. What I have here on the turntable is two custom Silverados. Both of them are Hot Wheels. Each one of them has real riders and detailed exterior. Some of the interior is in the green Silverado. I could see a little bit, but I can't. I tried to put it up to the camera, but it was too hard to get it to focus. But Michael from Diecast Loonie has presented these to me. They've been shipped from across the pond from Great Britain. Michael did some custom work to these pickup trucks, and they came out beautiful. And there's nothing that I don't appreciate more than receiving customs from other guys in the community, because they take the time to create these works of art and give them to somebody, or personally give them to you. And it means so much. It just has such a more profound meaning to it, and it speaks volumes to the generosity and the camaraderie that this diecast community has offered to so many of us. And I am just very humble and grateful to be a part of something so much bigger. I can't say enough nice things about the community and the people such as Michael from Diecast Loonie, excuse me. This guy is a generous guy. He's always doing prize giveaways and whatnot, and he does some very, very cool detail work to bring these vehicles to life. And he just has an eye for the wheel packages and the tires that he chooses for his vehicles. And you can see on the back of the newer Silverado there, the compressor or fuel pump. He's just got that detailed so well, and he's painted the mirrors. It's got reflective material. He's got the headlights done, the symbol on the grill. And those wheels and tires on both trucks are perfect. They are just perfect. And this was a giveaway that I had won from Michael from a few weeks back. And it made its way across the pond. And I am a proud owner of these customs. And if you have not checked Michael out from Diecast Loonie, I highly recommend going to his channel. The guy does some phenomenal, like I said, phenomenal customs, and he does a lot of vintage stuff. He goes out to these vendors and these toy shows, or there's a couple stores that I think he prefers to go to where he can get older vintage stuff, or he just shops around. But he always has some very cool vintage diecast that he puts on his channel, and I love those type of vehicles. Some of them he restores, and some of them he lets them be and lets the car itself tell its own story by the character wear on it, whether it be played with or just from being passed around as maybe a collector might have had it. But in any event, he's got some very cool pieces. He does current stuff. He has all different types of diecast. But like the vintage stuff, he's like really into the Matchbox and I believe some of the Majorette. But mostly Matchbox is what I've seen, the vintage stuff. But anyway, go check him out. Diecast Loonie. Gentleman's name is Michael. I hope he doesn't mind I give his name out. He does on his channel, but I didn't ask for permission, so I apologize, Michael. Yeah, there you go. I better just quit while I'm ahead. I don't think he minds because, like I said, he uses his name. Anyway, Diecast Loonie. Go check the guy out. He's a great guy, just another great guy in the community. All right, so what I'll have up next. A trip down memory lane to when some of us were kids, or you may watch the, it may be in syndication somewhere. Or I don't know if they had to pull it off the syndication because of the General Lee, but yeah, I'm talking about the Dukes of Hazzard. So I got a whole, well, not a whole series, but just a couple cars. And the first one up I have here is the F100, which is Uncle Jesse's pickup truck, and this is weathered. And I've had this for quite a while now, but I just today cracked it out of the blister. So it's breathing air for the first time, and it's a green light, but looking at the casting itself, it looks like it could be an Auto World. But it's a very, very cool looking piece. I appreciate the effort that they put into weathering this vehicle. It's not overdone, there's no overkill on it, but it's done just right. The only minor complaint I would have, if any, would be that the inside of the bed wasn't really messed with as far as weathering. There is a little bit, but it could be a little bit more to equal out what is on the outside of the frame, or the body rather, excuse me. But I mean, you can see it, but it just seems more faded on the inside than on the outside of the bed. Anyway, this is Uncle Jesse's F100, and it is a green light, but like I said, it looks like it could be an Auto World. The hood does not open on it. Look at the weathering on it. It's just, wow. You see what I mean though in the bed? I mean, it is in there, but it's too white. Like it's not weathered enough to be believable that it came from this. Does that make any sense? Maybe I'm just being entirely too picky. I'm not complaining about this at all. It's a beautiful looking piece. So anyway, this is Uncle Jesse's F100. I have shown this before. I believe I had a picture of, it was either the whole cast and crew or just Daisy. But here we have Dixie. The soft top does come off, but I'm going to leave it on there. There we go. There's Dixie. It looks like she's in the fog. There we go. I got it focused. And this is also a green light. And being a green light, as it's been becoming more commonplace, as I've seen on other channels, that green light is starting to follow very close behind M2 as far as quality control issues. And it's a shame because I really enjoy Greenlight as a brand because they have such a wide variety. I don't want to go into all that again because I've spoken about that quite a few times in the past. But it's hard to like something and give credit to it when it starts presenting itself with issues from within the company that is creating them. Anyway, the reason I even point that out is because, like I said, this is a green light and there is no issues with it. It came out perfect. It's a good casting, just like the F100. They did a great job on the weathering of that. And here is another time, an example there. If you look at the lensed headlights, green light actually does that occasionally. Not with all other castings, but they do with some of them. So does Johnny Lightning, but they are within the same company as Auto World, so they share castings. So it's not too uncommon to see lensed headlights on a Johnny Lightning, as much so as it is to see on a green light. I think lensed headlights do diecast justice, but the painted or tempo, if they're done nicely, they work just as well. But if you're going for the the realism or that fine detailed look, then lensed headlights are by far the better option. So that's Dixie, Daisy's Jeep, after her Roadrunner. And next we have here, we'll just say this is Roscoe P. Coltrane's patrol car. Or if you want to believe it's Enos's, then all right, then just let's say it's Enos's. Whoever you want it to, whoever car you want it to be. That's either way. It's from Hazard County. Let's just say it's Roscoe's. I guess the better dog to put in the picture there would have been Flash and not my German Shepherd, Memphis. So there is Hazard County's finest. How many times have you seen this car banged up, or a car like this, after a Dukes of Hazzard chase through Hazard County and the countryside and back roads? Those cars usually came back to the township building bent like a pretzel, or missing doors, or bent axles, or the rollers falling off of it. That was such a fun TV show. If anybody has any information on being able to find maybe on DVD or Blu-ray, if anybody knows where you can find the original series, not the ones that they continue with in the 80s with cousins of the cousins. It didn't have the same vibe. I prefer the original. So if anybody happens to know where I could find that, I'd appreciate a heads up. All right, so there we have Roscoe or Enos's patrol car. And I just received this the other day. This is Johnny Lightning. And this is the Country Charger. All you have to do is picture the numbers and the flag on the roof of the car, and there you have the General Lee. See, you can. I'll show you in a second. Now I do have a 69 Charger from Greenlight as well, and it's a bit bigger. So Johnny Lightning, by all accounts, they either I believe they're more of an accurate scale, and I think Greenlight has a tendency to run a little bit large. I don't know why people just can't do true 164 like M2. Like they say they're 164, but they're even bigger. I guess the really one vehicle's brand that you can really judge is Auto World, because they are an accurate 1/64th scale. But anyway. So I'm not sure, but I believe that the General Lee here is the correct scale. I call it the General Lee, because we all know that that's what it is. I mean, there it's got the push bar. You can't fool anybody. It's orange. All right. So to show you a size comparison, here is the 69 Dodge Charger, and this is from the Goodyear Wide Boot series. I'm looking for the 70 Chevelle. But there is, be helpful to have it focused. It's not that much, but there is a bit of a difference in the size. I'll put them closer together, then you can really see the size difference. It doesn't really look like it from that angle, but now when you come around the side, you can see how much shorter the Johnny Lightning is than the Greenlight, or how much longer the Greenlight is than the Johnny Lightning. But I'm assuming here that Johnny Lightning is the correct scale, as they are within the same company as Auto World, and they share castings, like I said before. So outside of that, though, there is the Dukes of Hazzard series that I have so far. Probably going to pick up another Hazard County police car so we can have both of them. So anyway, I have a couple other cars that I'll show eventually, but I just got the police car, and the charger within the past week. And I'm going to start sounding like a broken record, but I have humble apologies to people that I have packages waiting to be shipped out. I promise I will get to them. I don't mean to sound like a broken record. It just, medical bills have started to show up from my hip surgery, and as much as health insurance covers, bills still happen. It wasn't 100% covered, but I promise I will get them to you. I assure you that. And Mick 67, I have a dually that's sitting in a box with a couple of loose cars for him that I'm waiting till I get these packages shipped out, because that one I'm going to be sending overseas. And I've been talking about this for a couple months now, and I apologize again humbly. I do have intentions and following through with them, so if you just bear with me, they will get to you, I promise. So with that being said, go check out Michael from Diecast Loonie. Great guy in the community, great gentleman. And I hope you enjoyed the little Dukes of Hazzard show there. The charger on the table, turntable. If you see or hear of one of these night flights, or of illegal aliens being resettled into your community. Damn advertisements. All right. So I'm Rick. You've been watching a whole lot of Zep Diecast channel. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate new subscribers. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the content. And until the next video, guys, take care, stay healthy, and be kind to one another. Take care.